Hello, today is Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Bloomberg, the Trump White House continues to argue that hostilities with Iran are overdue to a ceasefire that began in April, linking the move to both a blockade of Iran and ongoing nuclear negotiations. The U.S.-Iran conflict has seen decades of sporadic escalations around military, nuclear, and regional power, notably intensifying after the U.S. withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal under President Trump in 2018. Iran has leveraged proxy groups across the Middle East amid heavy sanctions and American military deployments, with both nations holding strategic roles in global oil trade. In the wake of these developments, oil prices have surged above $120 per barrel as Brent crude swings sharply on fears of supply disruption and sustained tensions, affecting consumers and energy markets from Europe to Asia. If the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran or their proxies does hold, analysts expect oil prices to stabilize in the short term but remain prone to renewed volatility should tensions flare again. Beyond the immediate market reaction, experts note that changes in OPEC production strategies, heightened diplomatic efforts in the Gulf, and shifts in regional security dynamics impacting investment, trade, and military postures are likely consequences of this fragile truce. Business Insider reports that British forces are getting new high-speed interceptor missiles to defend against Iranian-Shah'd drones, part of a broader technological arms race as militaries rush to procure drone interceptors. Since 2021, Iran has accelerated drone and missile tech development, prompting heightened security concerns and sanctions after allegedly supplying attack drones to Russia in 2022. Missile defense including Israel's Iron Dome and U.S. Patriot systems remains critical as recent attacks in Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the UAE highlight the sophistication of Iranian capabilities. On May 2, 2026, the Israeli Ministry of Defense confirmed the interception of a swarm of Iranian-Shah'd drones during a cross-border escalation, while the U.S. Central Command deployed additional THAAD batteries to the Gulf region amid increased missile threat from Iran's Revolutionary Guard and its tech partners to regional defense contractors and government agencies. The stakes remain high. The immediate effect is a surge in demand for advanced defense technology, benefiting manufacturers like Raytheon and Rafael, as Middle Eastern states accelerate procurement. In the medium term, the continued arms race could fuel instability. Greater proliferation may empower proxy groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis, divert resources from civilian sectors, and raise chances of accidental escalation, ultimately destabilizing neighboring economies and security frameworks. New Scientist highlights renewed interest in Bohmian mechanics as physicists seek ways to experimentally verify alternative quantum interpretations, potentially revealing new aspects of reality. Bohmian mechanics, formulated by David Bohm in 1952, stands as a non-local hidden variable theory competing with Copenhagen many worlds and objective collapse approaches to explain quantum phenomena like wave-function collapse. With advances in experimental techniques probing quantum non-locality and contextuality, foundational debates in quantum theory have intensified. Major research institutions such as the Perimeter Institute, University of Vienna, and Oxford University, along with tech giants like IBM Quantum and Google Quantum AI, are involved in experimental efforts aiming to distinguish between interpretations. Near-term experiments may clarify or rule out certain interpretations, reshaping quantum technology, computing, and cryptography if significant empirical distinctions emerge. If foundational questions in quantum theory are resolved, the impact could extend to new models of quantum gravity and unified physics, and also influence science philosophy, education, and public understanding of the quantum world. Now, onto the markets. International equities saw mixed moves, with Germany's EWG up slightly while the Netherlands posted the strongest momentum, rising nearly 7.4% month-over-month. Japan's EWJ led declines in Asia with a daily drop of around 0.9%. Meanwhile, Italy and Spain experienced modest losses, and Taiwan's EWT surged with the top monthly momentum in the region. Commodities were mostly positive as silver rallied sharply, up over 2% on the day, while U.S. oil USO declined by nearly 3%, with platinum and agriculture also gaining. Notable daily gainer in commodities included natural gas UNG, up more than 1%, but uranium URI slid by 1%. In favorites, Oracle jumped about 6.5% today, the highest among the group, while Nvidia, NVDA, and JD experienced mild declines. AMD outperformed with a monthly gain above 71%, and Intel Inc. delivered strong momentum, up over 107% on the month. Sectors: SB 500 SPY extended its rally with a near 10% monthly advance, while semiconductors soared 37% and clean energy ETFs marked steep gains. Healthcare and agriculture sectors saw slight daily declines. Among individual movers, Skycorp Solar Group PN led all gainers, up 123%, and Q Biopharma CUE followed, rising 109%. On the losing end, Dynamics Corporation Inc. plunged 88%, the steepest drop today, and Sadot Group S. lost about 58%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.